Welcome to Ask the Expert, Veneer Stone Edition. My name's Mark Pennine. I'm the Technical Manager of Tile and Stone Installation Systems for ARDEX. I've been with ARDEX for 9 years now. Prior to ARDEX, I was a tile installer for 35 years. Today we're going to talk about the applications for installing stone veneer. We're going to talk about the different substrates, the different materials, and the different types of installers that do these installations. First, let's talk about the different materials. Stone veneer comes in two different forms. It's either a natural form, which is typically very heavy, has a smooth back to it, or it comes in a man-made manufactured product, which come in different sizes. As you can see, they're large, medium, and small. The back of them are textured. Very easy to use, both interior as well as exterior. Then we're going to talk about the different mortars. Traditional mortars are either type N or type S mortars, compared to our mortars that we're going to offer, which are thin set mortars or large and heavy tile mortars. Some of the challenges with traditional type N or type S mortars is poor sag resistance, weak bond strength, and a lack of a watertight system, which causes delamination issues. Let's take a closer look at the ARDEX system. So, for these different types of systems comes different substrates. We're going to concentrate on exterior installations. For exterior installations, we have a couple options. One is a cement board application, which you can see in this example. You would have a cement board application, you would waterproof it, do a scratch coat of your mortar, and then trowel your mortar and apply your stone. Or you may have an existing masonry substrate, which may be a block wall or a brick wall. In that case, we want to smooth that surface over with a smoothing compound. The other and last example would be a wood substrate, where you would apply a tar paper and a metal lath, and then a typical brown coat. When it comes to a brown coat, we're going to recommend a product called ARDEX AM100. ARDEX AM100 is a rapid setting, smoothing, and ramping mortar. The best way to use this product is if you have an existing brick or block wall that you want to smooth and make it plumb before you install your stone veneer. You mix this product up according to the water ratio on the back of the bag. Once you mix it up, you're going to scratch the product into the surface of the cement masonry substrate as a scratch coat. You don't need a primer. The scratch coat is the primer. And then immediately apply the mortar to the already scratch coat, and then you can apply from 1/4 of an inch up to 1.25 inches. If you're going over the wood and tar paper method, you would apply that AM100 directly over the metal lath. You want to have at least a minimum of 1/2 inch of product, AM100, on top of the lath to give you a solid substrate for installing your stone veneer. AM100 has a very fast cure time. In 2 hours, you can actually start installing your waterproofing or your stone veneer. Again, it has great no sag and slump capabilities, so you're going to have the product sticking to the substrate and not falling on the ground, which traditional mortars tend to do. The other benefits are the great freeze-thaw capabilities of AM100. AM100 can be used interior, exterior, it can be used in swimming pools, so it can actually be used in a variety of applications in the most demanding instances. Once our substrate's ready to receive our stone, we're going to first waterproof that system. We want to waterproof for a couple reasons. We want to stop the infiltration of water penetrating our mortars, which again could cause delamination through freeze-thaw applications. Remember, cement is not waterproof. Cement is porous. So we want to cover our AM100 or our cement board with ARDEX A+9. Also, if you're using the standard tar paper and metal lath, remember, the tar paper was stapled up, the lath was either stapled or nailed up with roofing nails, which compromised the waterproofing installation. We suggest you use ARDEX 8+9 Rapid Waterproofing and Crack Isolation Compound. ARDEX 8+9 is a two-component, cement-based waterproofing and crack isolation product for both interior and exterior stone veneer applications. Right now, we're going to be talking about exterior applications, so we absolutely recommend waterproofing the system. 8+9 passes the ASTM E514 wind-driven range standard. ARDEX 8+9 is a two-component cement-based product. It's going to come in a kit that includes a gallon of the 8 and a 9-pound bag of the cement. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. You mix them together, you're going to have a working time of approximately 60 minutes. You're then going to apply the product to the substrate, scratch it in with a flat trowel, and then back roll it. Your first coat's going to dry within 30 minutes. Your second coat's going to dry about 60 minutes. For lightweight materials like veneer stone, you can actually start installing in as early as 90 minutes. When you're using a heavier product like natural stone, we actually recommend waiting the next day before installing. Once the waterproofing is done, we're ready to install these stones with ARDEX X77 Microtech fiber reinforced tile and stone mortar. ARDEX X77 has some really good features and benefits which are going to help the installer do his installation. One of the main benefits of X77 is the long open time. Open time is the time that he's actually applying that mortar in the troweled application to the substrate. That mortar is going to stay wet or tacky long enough for him to get the stone into it. Remember, you're working outside, so you have the elements to deal with. The wind could cause a skin over the surface of a standard setting mortar. But X77 with its 60-minute open time will give the installer plenty of time for his installation. Also, X77 has tiny fibers in it. These fibers offer tremendous benefits when using it on an exterior veneer of a home or a building. These types of systems go through different types of expansion and contraction, thermal as well as freeze-thaw conditions. The fibers help give the mortar elasticity. When you mix the ARDEX X77, we want you to mix it at the low water ratio, which is 8 1/4 quarts per 40-pound bag. We want to have you mix it with a high-speed drill for 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. If the mortar becomes tacky after working with it for about 30 minutes to an hour, then you can go back and re-whip the product back to its original creamy consistency without adding any additional water. A traditional mortar or mason would actually take his trowel and take his type N or type S mortar out of his bucket or out of his barrel, and he would plop a bunch of it on the back of his stone. And then he would push the stone onto the substrate and hold it there for 5 to 10 seconds. With the ARDEX X77, we're going to trowel it on with a flat trowel, and then we're going to comb it vertically. That is the proper application. And then once it's troweled on, we're going to take the stone, a back butter coat or a flat trowel application of the X77, and then we're going to place it into the comb mortar, moving it left and right, holding it for about a second or two and then letting go. That's a much cleaner and easier application. There's a couple types of stone that we want to talk about. There's a stacked application and there's a grouted application. For exterior applications, we highly recommend using the grouted application. The stacked stone applications are fine for interior applications, but when you're dealing with the elements outside, there's no way of stopping the water penetration into the system. We recommend for the grouted applications the ARDEX FH sanded floor and wall grout. The FH is a pre-blended grout that has a very consistent color. You don't have to mix a pigment with your sand and your lime. It's already in a 25-pound bag. All you have to do is add water and mix with a drill, the same drill that you mix your ARDEX X77 with. Again, it comes in a variety of colors, and you're going to actually install it with a grot bag and a pointing tool. You're going to apply the product in the joint with the grot bag. You're going to let it set up approximately 20 to 30 minutes. You're then going to strike your joint with your tool and then brush off the excess. So, as you can see, there are some differences in traditional installations. But with the ARDEX Veneer Stone product technology, it may require different installation methods from traditional methods. However, this advanced system is going to save you time, it's going to reduce your failures, and it's also covered by a System 1 warranty. That System 1 warranty can be 5 years and it can go up to 10 years depending on the products used in the system. This is going to give you a peace of mind for a quality installation. To learn more, please contact your local ARDEX sales professional or contact our friendly technical experts by calling the number on your screen. Thank you very much.